Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk about something different, which is the ready-to-wear, and this time I want to compare between Chanel versus Celine little black jackets in 8 different aspects, including aesthetic, craftsmanship, fabric, lining, buttons, fit, the flexibility for alternation, as well as the price. Please make sure that you subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Now let's get started. The first thing I want to compare is the aesthetic. First, for the Chanel jacket, this is more classic, feminine. It is worn by a lot of celebrities and famous people in the past and in the present. But it can also be casual with a hint of classy and femininity as well. So in my opinion, Chanel jacket is more versatile. It can dress up and you can dress it down. But it also remains somehow feminine and girly and classic. Whereas for Celine jacket, it is definitely more boyish. It can be classic, but it definitely has a twist of boy elements, and also it is more modern, of the moment, and it feels a bit trendy as well. Very often, you can see Celine jacket being worn by more young people than older people, so I would say Celine jacket is more young and more appealing to the trendy crowds. It could look classic depending on how you match it, but in general, it's less classic than a Chanel jacket. The second thing I want to talk about is the craftsmanship. So here I have one jacket per each of the brand here for illustration. I have my Chanel 2022 cruise jacket and my Celine 2022 spring jacket. So Chanel, as per my understanding, is handmade for all of the jackets, whereas for Celine, I don't think it's handmade, I think it's machine made, but please correct me if I'm wrong. For the fabric, I can definitely tell that the Chanel jacket is more soft, whereas the Celine jacket is more rough and more solid. So they're both made of tweed, but definitely Coco Chanel is the pioneer for tweed jackets because she got the inspiration of such fabric from one of her lovers, the Duke of Westminster. And so she started making tweed jacket, which is usually a men's wear, into a woman's wear, and now today it has become one of the classic items of the entire world. And whereas for Celine jacket, I think it is more solid and the fabric is more stiff and less soft than the Chanel jacket. You can also see there's subtle sparkles of the Chanel tweed jacket, whereas for the Celine jacket, I think it's more plain and it is more casual. You can also see my Chanel jacket has so many different textures. Even for the trim, you can see the braids has different textile as well. So it's definitely more detailed. Next, I want to talk about the lining. So Coco Chanel said that it was very important that a jacket is as beautiful on the inside as it is on the outside, and therefore most Chanel jackets are lined with luxurious pure silk. For my jacket, it's made of silk and cotton, but you can definitely feel that luxurious silk lining feeling, just like the pure silk lining. You can also see the camellia flowers print inside of the lining. Whereas for my Celine jacket, it is made of 100% viscose. This is not silk. It is still very soft, but it is not as soft as the silk lining, of course. And you can see the Celine logo monogram on the lining. Next is the button. One of the most outstanding characteristics of a Chanel jacket are its buttons. These are the small pieces of jewelry that are attached to the jacket at multiple places, like at the pocket and also at the sleeves. Whereas for the Celine jacket, it's usually made of gold buttons. I'm not sure if there's a logo there, but it is made of their house print, and also I'm not sure what that button is made of. But typically speaking, at the sleeves, there's no button for my particular jacket. Now let's get to the most exciting part, which is the fit. For Chanel jacket, I definitely feel it is very easy to move around because of the soft fabric. I also feel that I have more room inside the jacket for some reason, even though the sizes are pretty much the same. Whereas for my Celine jacket, I feel this is more boxy and a bit heavier. Well, actually the jacket is longer than a Chanel jacket anyway because it is different style, but due to the more stiff fabric, the Celine jacket, it's not as soft as the Chanel jacket as you move around. So in terms of the fit, I definitely feel more comfortable fitting into the Chanel jacket than the Celine jacket, even though actually they are both roomy. And also because the Chanel jacket is made of silk lining, so you do feel softer wearing inside, whereas for Celine, I think it is just in general you feel heavier and more boxy. Now let's get to the flexibility for alternation. So you should always buy a jacket true to your size, okay? Unless you want to size up or down to achieve a different style. However, when it comes to really circumstances where you have to alternate a jacket, then for the Chanel jacket, it's definitely very easy because the exterior and the interior of a Chanel jacket are constructed of multiple panels. And also below the lining and every seam, there's a little bit of extra fabric that can be taken out to create more space if needed. The same goes for sizing the jacket down. Whereas for the Celine jacket, I can also find multiple panels at the back of the jacket and inside the jacket. However, the number of the panels are just less than the Chanel jacket. I actually have never sized up or down any of my Chanel or Celine jackets, so I don't really know. But judging on just how the jackets are constructed, I can definitely tell that the flexibility for alternation of Chanel jacket is definitely higher than the Celine jacket. The last thing for comparison is the price. On the left hand side, the Chanel jacket typically will cost anything from $6,000 to $8,000 US, and it could cost more than $10,000 US depending on the fabric, materials, and the craftsmanship, and whether there's embellishment and also special editions. Whereas for the Celine jacket, currently is retailed for $3,500 to $4,000 US typically. The Celine jacket is definitely cheaper than that of the Chanel jacket because you can tell the Chanel jacket is basically double the price of the Celine jacket, right? Here's my final thought on the Chanel versus Celine jacket. For my Chanel jacket on the left, it definitely feels very well. I feel more soft and comfortable wearing it inside, and I can move around pretty easily. Whereas for the Celine jacket, it's definitely more casual, the fit is more boxy, and I think because of that, it is more suitable for day-to-day use. For Chanel, I love the silk lining and the button details, which is something that the Celine jacket will never have. And I love the fact that Chanel jackets have lifetime guarantee. As long as you buy a particular Chanel jacket at the store, you can bring it to the store with your receipt and you can alternate it multiple times or unlimited time throughout your lifetime. However, the Chanel jacket is also more delicate and it is more expensive. Whereas for the Celine jacket, I'm not sure if you can alternate it multiple times or unlimited time, but I'm sure you can if you have a receipt. I also think that one of the most appealing things for the Celine jacket is that it is much cheaper. It is half price of the Chanel jacket and it is very of the moment. And I love the fact that because it is less delicate, I can bring it to me when I travel and I wouldn't be worried that it's gonna break or damage. Overall speaking, I am still going for the Chanel jacket if I'm going to buy just one Tweed jacket for my entire life, because the Chanel jacket, it is a classic. Chanel is also the one who pioneered the little Tweed jacket as well, right? Tweed was usually a menswear fabric, but Coco Chanel turned it into women's wear, and now it has become one of the most classics of the entire world. So I'll definitely go for the Chanel jacket. I'm definitely all in Chanel, guys. However, I do wear my Celine jacket all the time because it is so casual, it is very suitable for day to day. But every now and then when I wear my Chanel jacket, I just feel different. I feel feminine, I feel classic, and I feel I'm a Chanel woman. And when I wear Celine, of course I feel like I'm a Celine woman. But the Celine woman is different from the Chanel woman, and it really depends on what sort of feeling or what sort of aesthetic that you want to convey through your outfit. And then you can choose your appropriate jacket. And of course, it is worthwhile to check whether you have the budget for it because it is quite expensive for both jackets anyway. So I hope you'll find the video helpful today. If you want to buy any of the jackets I mentioned, if you like luxury reviews as well as classic and colorful items, please make sure that you subscribe to my channel. Leave me a comment down below to tell us what is your favorite Tweed jacket as well. It could be from any brands. Hope you like my video. See you next time. Bye!